So our first of 12 races gets underway finally, with Micromax out first. 9 minutes plus an additional lap, the penultimate race of their season. And here is your lineup. Gabriel Hoffmann in the number 95 from Nice Racing will have teammate number 14, Kenyon Washington, alongside. Malon Di Salvo in the 23 and Maxim Becker in the 55 make it an all C4 Racing second row. Follow that up with Maximilian Pilch in the number 11. We will start from 5th, and alongside we'll have the number 31, Ednor Janssen for company. Tom Reger in the 88 from Energy Corsa Germany will be starting from 7th, and we'll have alongside Niklas Casarino in the number 12. Christos Malakos in the 27, Matthias Schulte in the 50, and Oleg Lan in the number 18. Complete the 11 drivers that will race for the penultimate time this season. And with Tom Reger and Kenyon Washington securing the victories, with Washington coming into today, the final race day of the season. Washington has a bag full of confidence and was all smiles yesterday and this morning when I spoke to him and his family. This is where the fight really begins. The final race day of the season, about to get underway here at Wittgenborn. The drivers come round the final corner. Into the tram lines they go. They push the accelerators hard to the floor. Lights out. It's a clean start, and Kenyon Washington gets a great jump on his teammate Hoffmann around the outside of turn 1 through into the lead. As it looks like the two C4 racing teammates, it looks like Becker and Pilch looks to have swapped positions. So Pilch now up into 4th place as they go through the chicane for the first time. Oh, that was a bit sideways there from Maxim Becker, going through the right-hander that led onto the chicane. Now it is changing a bit more at the front of the field. Washington now in 1st place, but it looks like one of the C4 racing drivers has come into dramas off of the hairpin. Hoffmann still in 2nd place at the minute, and there's been that is drama, massive drama, big sideways moment, and off into the barriers goes Maxim Becker. Can't hit the tyre barrier sideways. Marshall team running to the scene here. We do have a full course yellow here at the circuit. Drivers slowing. So marshalling team at the scene. Drivers being instructed by our race director to slow. So a full course yellow has been activated here at Wittgenborn after dramas for Maxim Becker. So still a full course yellow here at Wittgenborn for the first of 2 Micromax races. Good to see Maxim Becker out of the cart being assisted and is walking under his own power. That's a really welcome sight to see. So drivers still being instructed to observe the full course yellow. So they come through the chicane, being led by Kenyon Washington. Gabriel Hoffmann in second. Marlon Di Salvo in third, with Nicolas Casarino now up into fourth position. And it looks like that we may be getting the racing back underway. The timer still ticking down. It will be a full-on sprint once the green flag drops and we go back to full throttle racing. So round the final corner, looks like we're going to get things back underway. Green flag waves, and the drivers now start to accelerate into turn one. With just over 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining on the clock. Washington leads from Hoffmann. Di Salvo and Casarino rounding out the top four, followed by Tom Reger. Maximilian Pilch now needs to put the hard work in as they now go through the chicane. Pilch just behind Noor Janssen in the number 31. Di Salvo run on the back bumper of Gabriel Hoffmann, heading into the hairpin very shortly. And at this particular occasion, no positions changed as of yet. So Washington leads Hoffmann, Di Salvo. There's a little bit of a bump from behind on Casarino by Reger, who nearly tries to get up the inside of Marlon Di Salvo. 2.5 minutes still to go on the clock. And Washington still controlling proceedings. Hoffmann, Di Salvo, Casarino, Reger, Glan, Schulte, Janssen, Pilch and Malakos. The drivers were covered by just over 2.15 seconds last time around, but the top three look to have broken away ever so slightly. So Washington, Hoffmann and Di Salvo battling away as it looks like Reger has got up the inside of Casarino for fourth place. As now there's an almighty tussle and Maximilian Pilch looks to try and seize the opportunity and filters through the inside of Matthias Schulte to get through, and that is for seventh position. Now gets the switch back on Oli Glan through the penultimate left-hander. Up the inside goes Maximilian Pilch. Now up into what is sixth position as the top three really breaking away, and they've got a second gap over Tom Reger at the minute. And now it is Gabriel Hoffmann who leads the way ahead of Kenyon Washington, who nearly has a moment coming out of the hairpin off of turn number 3. Now into the right-hander that puts them into the chicane. Di Salvo really pressurising Washington as they go towards the far part of the circuit. Hoffmann leads. Washington second. Di Salvo. That's the top three. Casarino behind Tom Reger. As now Maximilian Pilch is trying to push forward and has got Casarino in the crosshairs and has Oli Glan in the number 18 just behind for close company. But now Pilch trying to go up the inside of Casarino. That allows Oli Glan to go towards the outside. through into turn 1. But they stay as they were, 5th, 6th and 7th respectively. And now it is Washington that retakes the lead ahead of Hoffman. Di Salvo looking to get past at the next possible opportunity, but the clock is fast ticking away. There's now Oli Glan trying to go up the inside of Maximilian Pilch, through into the left-hand sweeper, and then into the hairpin. There's now Di Salvo trying to get past Hoffman, but Hoffman powers around the outside of the 23. Maximilian Pilch trying to get past Casarino, slingshots up the inside, goes through for 5th place. And that allows Oli Glan to get up the inside of the number 12. And Casarino looking very, very vulnerable there, as now Matthias Schulte gets past to the number 50. Last lap board is out. And Washington, having taken 2 wins yesterday, has put the young man with a lot of confidence, and that has enabled him to fight at the front of the field. He's looking forward, he's not looking back. He's making sure he keeps that tight defensive line. But there is 1, maybe 2 more overtaking opportunities, and here comes one of them. He defends from Hoffman and Di Salvo. Regia in the meantime has closed up. Just a couple more corners to go to hang on, as the checkered flag this time around will be prepared. As Di Salvo loses out big time, nearly trying to have a bit of a battle, and goes towards the outside of Hoffman. But it is 3 wins in a row for Kenyan Washington. Gabriel Hoffman takes 2nd, making it a knees racing 1-2. Marlon Di Salvo takes 3rd place ahead of Tom Regia. Maximilian Pilch recovers to take 5th place ahead of Oli Glan. Matthias Schulte, Noah Janssen taking 8th. Niklas Casarino would end up finishing 9th ahead of Christos Malakos, with Maxime Becker unfortunately retiring on the very first lap, towards the end of the first lap being completed.